The moment Marcus opened that old brown envelope, his whole world shattered. Inside were pictures. Pictures of his best friend, Tyler, on the night he was killed. And in the corner of every photo, circled in red, was the face Marcus feared the most. A face he knew. A face he trusted. A face he had eaten dinner with, laughed with, even protected. Marcus whispered in a shaking voice, "No, it can't be him, not him." But the proof was right there. The person behind Tyler's murder was someone Marcus never expected. Someone he loved like family. But why would he do it? Why kill his own best friend? And what was Marcus supposed to do now that he knew the truth? That is where this story begins. 3 months before that terrifying night, life was simple. Marcus and Tyler were inseparable. They lived on the same street. They played basketball every morning. They worked at the same mechanic shop after school. And everyone in their small town said the same thing. If you see Marcus, Tyler isn't far behind. They were more like brothers than friends. But life wasn't perfect. Their town had been changing. New people coming in. Strange things happening at night. Cars getting broken into. People whispering about a gang moving into the area. But Marcus and Tyler didn't pay much attention. They had each other, and that was enough. Until the day they met Derek. Derek was Marcus's older cousin. He had just returned to town after working out of state, or at least that's what he told people. He drove a black car with tinted windows, wore expensive clothes, and always had cash. Tyler didn't trust him. Something about Derek felt wrong, like he carried danger around him. But Marcus defended him. "He's family," Marcus said. "He's had a tough life. Give him a chance." And Tyler tried. He wanted to support Marcus. Everything changed one night when Tyler came to Marcus's house looking scared. His voice was low, shaky. "Bro, I saw something. Something bad. And I think Derek is involved." Marcus frowned. "What did you see?" Tyler opened his mouth to speak. But right then, headlights flashed outside the window. A black car rolled past the house. Derek's car. Tyler froze. His face went pale. He whispered, "Marcus, I think he saw me." Marcus didn't understand. Saw what? Why was Tyler so scared? What did he witness? But before Marcus could ask again, Tyler shook his head. "Not now. I'll tell you tomorrow. I promise." That was the last time Marcus ever saw him alive. The next morning, Tyler was found dead behind the old train station. The police said it was a robbery gone wrong. But Marcus knew. Something didn't feel right. Tyler didn't get robbed. Tyler didn't even fight back. Tyler was executed. And Marcus felt something heavy in his chest, guilt. He wished he had forced Tyler to stay that night. He wished he had told someone. He wished he had followed him home. But he didn't. And now Tyler was gone. For weeks, the town stayed quiet. People moved on. Life continued. But Marcus couldn't. He started asking questions. Talking to people Tyler knew. Walking the streets at night. Looking for answers. And slowly, very slowly, the pieces began fitting together. Someone had seen a black car near the train station that night. Someone else said they heard 2 men arguing. Someone else said Tyler was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And the whispers always pointed back to the same person. Marcus didn't want to believe it. He refused. He pushed the thought away. He convinced himself he was wrong. Until the night the envelope arrived. No return address. No name. Just one sentence written on the front. "This is the truth." Inside were the photos. And on every single one, Derek's face was circled. Marcus dropped the pictures. His stomach twisted. His hands shook. Everything inside him screamed. Why? Why would Derek kill Tyler? Before he could think, before he could breathe, before he could even stand up, there was a loud knock at his door. A hard knock. A dangerous knock. Marcus slowly turned his head toward the door. And his heart stopped. The person knocking was Derek. His shadow moved behind the glass. And he said in a calm, cold voice, "Marcus, open up. We need to talk." Marcus froze. Every muscle in his body locked up. His eyes stayed glued to the door. He didn't breathe. He didn't blink. Because the voice behind the door, the same voice from the circled photos, the same voice Tyler was afraid of, was now calling his name. Marcus, I know you're in there. Open up. His tone was calm, almost friendly. But Marcus felt the danger in every word. Marcus slowly backed away from the door, careful not to make a sound. His heart pounded, so loudly he worried Derek could hear it. He whispered to himself, "Please go away, please go away." But Derek didn't leave. Instead, he tried the doorknob. Click, click, click. Marcus covered his mouth to stop from crying out. Then Derek said something that made his stomach twist even harder. "I just want to talk, little cuz. You and we need to clear the air." Marcus shook his head. No, no talking. Not with someone who murdered Tyler. Not with someone who might hurt him next. He grabbed his phone, but his hand shook so much he almost dropped it. He called 911 whispering, "Someone's trying to get in, please hurry." But before the operator could answer, a loud sound echoed across the house. Bang! Marcus jumped. Derek had kicked the door. Not hard enough to break it. Just hard enough to send a message. "I can get in if I want." Marcus hurried toward the back window, trying to sneak out, but as he pushed it up, it squeaked. Loud. Too loud. Derek stopped kicking. Silence. Then he said, "Marcus, why you running from family?" Those words, the way he said them, sent chills down Marcus's spine. He pressed himself against the wall, breathing fast, tears burning in his eyes. He whispered, "What do you want from me?" Derek answered through the door, "I want you to stop digging. Tyler saw something he shouldn't have. You're starting to see too much too. Let me in, and we'll fix this." Fix this? Marcus felt sick. Derek was talking like Tyler's death was a simple mistake, something he could fix. Like a broken bike. Or a scratch car. But he wasn't talking about a broken bike. He was talking about murder. Marcus didn't want to hear another word. He pushed the window open wider, forced himself through, and ran. He sprinted across the yard, down the street, through the alley behind Mrs. Green's house. He didn't look back. He couldn't. He ran until his legs gave out, collapsing behind the old library. He gasped for air, gripping his chest. "What do I do?" he whispered. "Who do I tell? Who will believe me?" He had pictures, yes. But he didn't know who sent them. He didn't know if Derek had people watching him. He didn't know who he could trust. And the police? Tyler's case was already closed. They refused to reopen it unless Marcus had solid proof. Would photos be enough? Or would Derek get to him first? Marcus didn't have answers. He only had fear. But in that moment, something changed. He felt something inside him, a mix of anger and courage. Tyler didn't deserve to die. Tyler didn't deserve to be forgotten. Marcus knew he couldn't stay quiet. He had to get justice, no matter what it cost. He wiped his eyes, stood up, and made a choice. He would find out the truth about Tyler's murder, and he would expose Derek. But he wasn't prepared for what came next. Because as Marcus walked out from behind the library, a black car slowly rolled up beside him. The window lowered, and sitting inside was Derek, smiling. Marcus froze. His legs felt like stone. The car's engine hummed softly, but the sound filled Marcus with fear. He stared at Derek, who sat behind the wheel, smiling like nothing was wrong. "Come on, Marcus," Derek said. "You look tired. Let me give you a ride." Marcus shook his head slowly. "And no, I'm good." Derek's smile faded. His eyes narrowed. "Marcus, get in the car. I'm not asking." The street was empty. No neighbors outside. No cars passing by. Just Marcus and Derek. Marcus stepped back, ready to run. But Derek tapped the seat beside him. "You think running is gonna save you? You think I don't know everywhere you go?" Marcus's heart dropped. Derek leaned forward, his voice low and cold. "I'm trying to help you. You're making things worse for both of us. Help me." Marcus snapped, his voice shaking. "You killed Tyler." The words burst out before he could stop them. Derek didn't move, didn't blink, didn't show any emotion. Then he exhaled long and slow. I didn't want it to happen like that, Derek said. But Tyler saw something he shouldn't have. And you're about to do the same. Marcus shook his head, angry and scared at the same time. Tyler was my best friend. He trusted me. He trusted you. Derek's jaw tightened. Marcus, you don't understand the world I'm in. The people I work with, they don't forgive mistakes. Tyler was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And you're walking down the same road. Marcus took another step back. No, I'm not like you. I'm not part of that world. Derek rested one arm on the steering wheel. Not yet. But you will be, unless you want to end up like him. Marcus felt the threat hit him like a punch. This wasn't about family anymore. This wasn't about protecting Marcus. This was about control. About power. Marcus swallowed hard, trying to stay strong. I'm going to the police. I'm giving them the photos. Derek's face darkened. What photos? Marcus realized his mistake. Derek didn't know about the envelope. Not yet. Marcus said nothing. Derek slowly opened his door. Get in the car. Marcus spun around and ran. He didn't think. He didn't look back. He just ran with everything he had. Derek shouted behind him. Marcus, stop. The car door slammed. The engine revved. Tires screeched. Marcus darted between two houses, cutting toward the park. The black car swerved around the corner, headlights bouncing. He stumbled, nearly fell, but kept going. He reached the park, breathless. There were people around, families, kids, joggers. Marcus ran straight toward them, waving his arms. Help. Please. Derek's car screeched to a stop at the edge of the park. He couldn't follow without being seen. He glared at Marcus with pure hatred, then drove away. Marcus collapsed onto the grass, shaking. He wasn't safe. Not at home. Not on the street. Not anywhere. He had to disappear, just long enough to get help. Marcus made his way to the only place he knew Derek wouldn't look. Tyler's old house. Tyler's mom opened the door, her eyes widening. Marcus? Sweetheart, what happened? Marcus handed her the envelope with the photos. She covered her mouth, tears filling her eyes as she flipped through them. Derek, I knew something was wrong, she whispered. Marcus nodded. We need to go to the police. Right now. And together they did. This time, the police didn't ignore them. They took the evidence seriously. They launched a full investigation. They looked into Derek, his car, his phone records, his connections, his bank deposits, everything. And the truth finally came out. Derek was involved with a small criminal organization. Tyler caught him exchanging stolen car parts behind the train station. Derek panicked and silenced him. It was planned. It was cold. And it broke Marcus's heart. 2 weeks later, police found Derek hiding at a motel outside town. He was arrested without incident. Marcus watched from afar as they put Derek in the back of a police car. Derek looked at Marcus one last time. There was no smile this time. No fake warmth. Just anger. And fear. But Marcus didn't look away. He stood tall. For Tyler. For the truth. For himself. At the end of it all, Marcus learned something painful. Sometimes the person you trust the most, the person you call family, the person you'd protect, can be the one hiding the darkest secret. But he also learned that courage isn't about not being scared. It's about standing up, even when fear wraps around your throat. Marcus couldn't save Tyler, but he delivered justice. And he finally uncovered the truth behind his best friend's murder. And that truth changed his life forever.